Cancer, people with the sun sign of Cancer. This is your reading for the month of August 2025. I'm going to do things a little differently. This is going to be a very, very detailed spread, a very detailed reading. I normally, do this reading only for clients when they come to me with these really big life questions and they want to know all the answers. They want to know what's going on, what's the past influences, what's happening right now, where am I going to the future, what should I do, how should I behave. I am bringing that reading to you for the month of August. I don't usually do this, but I thought, let's do things a little differently because I didn't want to do the same old cookie cutter kind of reading. Let's see what August 2025 has in store for you, Cancer. Let's collect our energies, let's connect our energies, and let's begin. This is a very beautiful spread. It's very elaborate, as I keep on saying in all my videos. The Celtic Cross is 11 cards which covers every single aspect of your life. Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual even. It gives you a great snapshot of where you are in life right now. And it therefore makes sense to actually do a reading like this for the month of August. Now, as you might have seen, I've pulled a card from the bottom of the deck. This final card, which is right at the bottom, is called the base card. And the base card is basically the gist of the reading, or in this case, the gist of the month of August. For Cancer sun sign, in one sentence, if I had to say how is August 2025 going to be, this card will tell me that. Cancer. Three of Swords. Not a great card. Not a great card. I think something tells me, Cancer is anyways a very emotional sign. Something has been bothering you, I think. Something has been bothering you. There is some heartache. There is some loss that you are perhaps dealing with. This month, you will really have to focus on moving beyond that. You will really have to focus on putting everything together, picking up the pieces, so to speak, and just moving on. All right? You'll have to be strong. In a nutshell, that's what I have to say. The base card is telling me, Cancer, you have to be strong in the month of August. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are still 11 cards we have to look at. Like I said, every card has a story to tell. Every card has advice to give. So let's get into it. The person, that is you, Page of Swords. What covers you, the second card, is 10 of Pentacles. Very positive card. What covers you is 8 of Pentacles. We'll come to that. The foundation of the situation is 4 of Wands. The immediate past is the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups coming in the past is very significant. I'll come to that later. Ideal future is 2 of Cups. Immediate future, what is likely to happen. Now, ideal future tells you what you want as your ideal future. The immediate future tells me this is what is likely to happen, or this is what you need to be prepared for. And that is the Emperor. Personality, 6 of Swords. How others see you, 7 of Cups, right? Hopes and fears, 6 of Pentacles. And the most important card after the base card, the most likely outcome is 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Alrighty. Overall, let me just quickly tell you what the reading is telling me intuitively. It is telling me about romance. It is telling me that you have met someone a while back. Perhaps it was an internet friendship. Yeah. And over a period of time, you have now started having feelings for each other, right? You want to take it to the next logical step. And you want to know, is that going to happen or is that not going to happen? And let's see what the reading has to say. Page of Swords, a young person, but it also includes, or it also means internet friendships. I'm getting the feeling that someone has come into your life that you perhaps met on a dating app, quite likely. It is also someone that you might have met online or been introduced, at a party, or, perhaps met someone somewhere. And you want to now, well, you hit it off. Something is happening. Something is going to, you want to take it to the next level, right? You want to get hooked. You want to get married. I don't know. Uh, Now that's of course not the only thing. Now relationships is one thing, internet friendships is one thing. The other meaning of the card is everything to do with the internet, all the work that you do on the internet. This so you could be a software, an engineer. You could be a UI UX developer. You could even be an influencer, maybe a YouTuber, someone who relies on the internet for their work, which is all of us, yes. But it also means anything to do with young children. So if you're a teacher, if you're a college professor, it could mean you. This reading is relevant for you as well. What covers you is the Ten of Pentacles. We're talking about young people here. We're talking about new love and all that. And I think let's stick to the romance part of it. In case you are someone who has met somebody online, you've been building this dream life with this person all in your head, right? That we are going to start a family, we're going to have a good life together. Ten of Pentacles is a very positive card. It is the comfort of the home. This person feels like home, right? And you want to obviously take it to the next stage. If you are talking about your career, it is somewhere where you've become a little comfortable. All right. Let me talk about the career aspect of this reading. Let's say you're an IT engineer or you've been working in a company for some time. You've gotten a little comfortable. The money is good. Things are going well. And you think you are in a good place. But what crosses you, I always say when you say something crosses you, this card has come like this. It is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, more work is needed. Maybe you need to upskill. Maybe you need to learn some new skills, do some certifications, do some diploma, something like that, or just generally upskill, right? And you've not been doing it. I think you've been putting it off for some time. So, now is high time. Maybe you're starting to see the writing on the wall. Other people are getting promoted. Other people are getting jobs. Maybe you've been looking for a job in the job market and you're not really getting the interview call. And you realize, you know what, I need to upskill. I need to do something. If you're talking about the relationship, maybe the relationship is, while you might think this is a perfect relationship, there is still more work. There are still things about your would-be partner that maybe you don't know about. You need to learn those things about this person. Everyone puts on a very good face when they are out dating or when they are, the early days of the relationship. But who this person really is something that takes a little time to figure out. You have not yet done your homework. All right? Talking about the relationship again, you have not done your homework. You think this person is going to be very good for you, but perhaps you need to think about this a little more. You need to find out or learn more things about this person. Okay. The foundation of the situation is Four of Wands. It's a high energy card, creativity, someone who is, again, feeling there's a lot of stability. There is a feeling initially, at least, of a lot of stability. 10 of Pentacles, Four of Wands, telling me that you are feeling very stable. You are feeling that you are in a good place. We may think we are in a good place, but that's not always true. The past card, the immediate card, is the Six of Cups. Now, Six of Cups is all got to do with memories of the past, when you were a child, when you were younger. And this person that has come into your life, perhaps, you always had this thing in your head. There are some girls I know who say, I want my husband to be like Shah Rukh Khan. Or there are guys who say, I want my wife to be like Katrina, right? And so this person kind of ticks all those boxes. He or she is the kind of person you've always wanted in your life. He or she is always exactly, who you thought you would wind up with. So this person is ticking all the boxes. If you're talking about the job aspect, that's the romance aspect. The job, this is the job that you've always wanted to do, which is why you've gotten so comfortable over here. You were like, I remember when I used to work in the bank, people used to say, if you work in this particular bank and if you work here long enough, get along with your boss and your colleagues, you can do your retirement planning here. Post 60, till the age of 60, you can keep on working in this bank. This job that you are doing kind of feels like that. But I must tell you, 2025 there is no job security. Okay. So if you're getting too complacent, if you're getting too comfortable in this job, you need to upskill, and you need to give up this looking at this job with rose tinted glasses. Okay. This might have been your dream job once upon a time. Is it still your dream job? That is something you need to think about. The ideal future is the Two of Cups. As you can see, there's a guy and a girl, and they're holding those cups up. If you've ever seen a church wedding, it kind of looks like the scene of a church wedding, right? The bride and the groom, you may now kiss the bride, that sort of a scenario. Talking about the relationship, if you are thinking about the relationship, this is what you ideally want. You probably want to marry this person, like I've been saying. You want to take it to the next stage. If you are talking about a job, you are kind of wedded to the job, right? You don't want to move out. You don't want to do anything else. You are perfectly happy where you are. If the boss tells you, you know what, you got to work overtime, you'll be happy because you love this job so much, you love this place so much, you become so comfortable, you don't mind doing those things, right? You don't mind burning the midnight oil for this job because it gives you that feeling of satisfaction. It gives you that feeling of comfort. And I've been saying right from the start, this month your feelings are going to take a beating. You think things are a certain way, and by the end of August, you will see that things are not what they seem. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, you need to be careful. The future that you need to actually prepare for is the Emperor. Now, this is the all-father figure, like Odin from the Thor movies. This is that card. It is the father who is all-powerful. It is society that is all powerful. It is society's norms that are all powerful that you kind of need to bow down to, right? The Hierophant card is also like that, by the way. But this is, an actual person who is saying it's my way or the highway. A very tough individual. If you are in a romantic situation, you are likely to face opposition from the family. Hamare sanskar. This is not how we do things in our family. You will only marry the person that we choose for you. You will not choose the person you're selling. If you are in a job situation, this is your boss. Your boss is a tough taskmaster. You've been working there for some time and all that. You've become comfortable. But like I keep saying, don't grow too comfortable. Don't be too comfortable in a job in 2025. Your boss is a tough taskmaster and he is going to start cracking the whip. Your personality is Six of Swords. You've worked hard for the relationship. You've worked hard for your job. You've worked hard for your boss. You might, if you face opposition from your family, you might just think of giving it all up and going away. I'm an adult. My partner is an adult. Who's going to stop us? Miya bibi razi to kya karega kazi. That sort of a situation. And you might actually seriously consider that. If you're talking about career, it's quite likely that your boss will say, you know what, you need to work harder. You're not working hard enough. You will really have to, for the next few months, really work your ass off, really, really slog, do that overtime, come in on weekends, upskill yourself. The boss is not happy with the work. He's not happy with your skill sets. He's saying, do more, do more, do more. And what's going to happen as a result is the way others see you, is the Seven of Cups. But it's also what are the different situations or the different choices in your life, right? Seven of Cups is the daydreamer's card, right? Other people see you're with a girl, you're with a guy, you're saying, you know what, we want to get married, we want to go away from this place. Other people are like, are you sure? I mean, why do you want to be with this person? You have so many choices. Or they might just say, you know what, this is just a fantasy. You're living in a fantasy world. Think straight. Think, don't feel. Think, don't feel. That's how others are seeing you. If you're talking about the job, other people are going to say, probably your colleagues or whatever, that you're trying to do too many things, but you're not really focusing on the thing that is most important. I keep saying now, you need to upskill. If you're in a job, you need to upskill. If you're in a relationship, you need to find out more about this person. You have built this fantasy world in your mind. You're building castles in the air, whether it's about your work or whether it's about your relationships. Things are not what they seem. You think you need to fight, rebel against opposition, your family. You think your boss is wrong in telling you to work too hard. But you know what? Maybe they are right. Maybe they are. You may not want to hear that, but perhaps that is exactly what you should be doing. You should be heeding this advice. If your family is saying, you know what, we don't think this person is good for you, instead of just rebelling for the heck or the sake of rebelling, sit down and think. Maybe there is some logic to what they are saying, and it's quite possible that they have your best interests in mind. You may not want to hear that, but I think you should really, really consider that. People sometimes can see you better than you see yourself, especially when, love is concerned, especially when, you're stuck in the comfort zone. Other people can see you better. They know you a little better than you know yourself in that particular situation. And you might want to heed their advice. They are telling you to get your head out of the clouds, get your feet back on the ground, right? Stop dreaming so much. Be practical. And for a water sign like Cancer, who are so emotionally charged, who are led by their emotions, I know they can be tough, but maybe this is that time of the year, that month, when you need to perhaps listen to other people, really take into account what they are saying. They have your best interests at heart. They might just have a solution to your problem. They might be able to give you vital information which will help you really do something great, or at the very least, it will help you avoid a mistake. Hopes and fears is Six of Pentacles. That's calculated generosity. That's usually what the card is called. But in this particular context, uh, you feel like you've been giving too much of yourself to your family, or you've been giving too much of yourself to the job, and you're stuck with this feeling. What more do they want? I've been a good boy. I've been a good girl. I've listened to them all my life. And now when I have found someone I am in love with, and they're now telling me, what, you can't have this person. Have I given away my agency? That's your fear. Have you given away your agency? Is this time for me to stand up for myself? Maybe it is, but you don't know everything about the situation. I think the gist of the card, if I have to say it, is you don't know everything about this person. You need to be careful. If it's a romantic relationship, you need to be careful. And one giveaway, in case you are wondering, if this person is constantly asking you for money, baby, why did you buy me this? You know what? I'm a little short on cash this month. Could you lend me a little money? I'm talking about a romantic relationship. Could also be friendships. But if this person is constantly asking you for that, you should look at that as a red flag. You should, I think, listen to your family if they're telling you this person is not right for you. I would say make a list of, how well do you know this person? Really, how well do you know this person? And you'll be surprised. You'll realize there are many, many gaps. There are things you don't know about this person. And you need to therefore be very careful about how you know how much time you give this person. You need to be careful about, see, here's the thing. Three of Swords and now Six of Pentacles and all the other cards are telling me you don't have all the information, like I've been saying all along. You need to perhaps stop worrying so much about being your own person this month and perhaps listen to some other people, right? Don't let your ego come in the way. This is also very true when it comes to your job. People are telling you to upskill. People are telling you to work harder. People are saying, you know what, I think you've been slacking off a little bit. You need to really pull yourself up. You need to put in a little extra effort. And you're like, why should I do that? I've been working here for so long. I'm good at my job. Why do I need to do any of those things? Uh, don't let your ego get in the way. Okay? Don't let your ego get in the way. People are, like I said, looking at you. They perhaps know you a little better. And it might be a good idea to listen to them this month. Instead of, saying my way or the highway, listen to them. They might just know better than you. The most likely outcome is 10 of Wands. This is a feeling of oppression. Obviously, when someone tells you, what you can't have, what you want that relationship, you want to take it to the next step, you want to move in together, you want to get married, and people oppose you. It's a very oppressive feeling. You want something with all your heart, and you're not being allowed to have it. You are in your comfortable job. You don't want to work any harder than this. You don't want to do any of those things that your boss is telling you, that your company is telling you. They might just say, we are following a hybrid model of working, but now you need to come to office 3 days a week or even 5 days a week. Work from home is over, and you don't want to do that. This card is telling you, while it is going to feel difficult in the near term, maybe the next few weeks, you really have no choice. That's what this reading is telling me. This is not the month when you should listen to your heart, when you should trust your intuition. No, this month you need to listen to other people. Take their advice. Tell them how you are really feeling. You know what? I want to marry this person, but you are telling me this person is not good for you. Why are you telling me that? Can you give me a list of reasons? And when the time comes for you to make a decision, whether it is about this person, whether it is about the job, about how you approach the job, you will find that you've been trying to do everything on your own. You've been trying to make this relationship work on your own. You're too stuck in your comfort zone. Stepping out of that comfort zone, letting go of those romantic notions is going to be tough. And it's going to feel like a burden, and it's going to feel like, no, why can't people just let me be? Why can't they just allow me to be happy? People have your best interests at heart. Trust me. This is the month to listen to that advice. You remember that song by Alanis Morissette, Ironic? It's the good advice that you just didn't take. The good advice that you just didn't take. This is the card. You are carrying too much burden on your shoulders. You are the burden of expectations from yourself, from other people. This is the time to really let go of those expectations and take a long, hard look at your life and your love life, whether it's your career or anything else. Take a long, hard look. Are you doing enough? Do you have enough information? Do you have all your bases covered? Chances are you don't. You need to find out more about this person that you're in a relationship with. You need to really figure out how is it that you can do better at the job. Otherwise, you're probably going to be in for a nasty surprise. I'm sorry to say. Yeah. This is not the month to be headstrong. This is the month to listen to people, listen to their advice without judgment. Let them have their say and see things through their lens. Please see things through their eyes. Maybe they're giving you really good advice and you don't take that advice. It's quite possible you will regret it later. I think this is the best part about the tarot. Now, this is the best part about the tarot. Whenever people come to me and say, you know what, this is such a negative reading, what should I do? Here's what I tell them. If it's a negative reading, if it's a positive reading, of course, no one's going to question why is it a positive reading. But when people ask you, why is this so negative? Why is there so much pain in this reading? Why is there so much hardship? I always tell them, isn't it great that you can find out in advance that some trouble is brewing, that something is going to happen in your life that is going to cause upheaval? Wouldn't you rather know sooner than later? Because if you know this, if you know that something is going to happen in your life that's going to cause trouble, if you know that there are some aspects of your life that you're not paying attention to, whether it's a relationship, your job, your close ones, you don't have all the information, you've not been doing your homework, and now the cards tell you, you know what, you don't know enough. Find out that information. Figure out what the heck is going on. then arrive at a decision. Don't do anything in haste. That is such a liberating feeling. The cards are telling you this is the direction you need to take. These are the things you need to do. This is how you can avoid heartache. This is how you can avoid getting hurt, right? And I would much rather have cards tell me that this is likely to be a problem in the future so that right now in the present moment, I can start taking preventive steps. The cards are telling you be strong in the month of August. Listen to people, take their advice. They have your best interests at heart, and then come to a decision after you have thought things through. That is the gist of the reading for the month of August for Cancer. Stay healthy, stay safe.